What's up, friends? Today we're talking about the Child's Play remake. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tyler and I'm pretty excited to talk about this because I'm not sure if you guys know, but I actually talked about this movie just before it came out, just wondering what everyone's issue was for a film they hadn't seen yet. And so I'd been looking forward to this, but I also pretty much haven't seen anything in the theater that wasn't like Marvel or directed by Tarantino this year. So, you know, I'm pretty much lacking, especially when it comes to horror stuff. I finally got to see Child's Play, and let's start off with the non-spoiler section. So from top to bottom, it's a great movie. If you liked the first one, like the original Child's Play, I can't see why you wouldn't enjoy this film. They did a really good job with damn near every element. There's some stuff where it's like, maybe would have done that a little differently, but it's a fun time. The whole movie is very fun and utilizes technology in a way that is just awesome. I fucking love it how they utilize the technology in this. I thought it would be really corny, but it's not at all. For those unaware, the My Buddy doll was based on Teddy Ruxpin, which I actually had as a kid, and there is a very cool reference to Teddy Ruxpin in this film that I loved. That I don't know. I loved it. There's some stuff not to like Aubrey Plaza isn't the best, but that's mostly just because it's just odd to see her as a mom. I've met moms that are like that. So it's hard to hold it against the film when it's like, no, I mean, it's 2019. That's how moms are. Not everything looks like the Brady Bunch. So I honestly didn't even mind that either. And the kid does a great job. So if you're trepidatious towards this movie, don't be. Just give it a shot because I think you're really going to enjoy it because, yeah, it's just really cool. I got to get into the spoilers because there's just so much fun stuff to talk about. So okay, spoilers! The basic structure of the film is exactly like the original. So you have Andy getting a buddy with an eye doll in... He's got this from his mom who got it from someone from working while she was working at a convenience or shopping store. What the fuck? She works at like a fucking Target essentially. God, I don't know. Words are tough. Words are tough, guys. When's the last time I was in front of the camera like this? I've been doing the gaming things, and before that I did my franchise chat, which is literally sitting down after I watch the movie and just musing on it for a bit. So I'm a little rusty with this stuff, so bear with me. Another aspect of this that I really wasn't expecting was the gore and just the kills in general, because holy shit, they really ramped these up. It's intense at times. I was honestly shocked at how much they did, which was great. I really liked that. It's cool that they were able to do as much as they were able to. Just plain and simply. The boyfriend kill is one of the more brutal kills I've seen in recent years, just in how much it hits. That actually brings me to a point that I want to make, is because when the boyfriend dies, Chucky, which I can see people having an issue with this, he says, this is for Tupac, and just stabs him, where it's like, I understand if you're like, oh, that's silly for him to be saying that, but they establish it in the film. The whole movie is, and the whole reason that Chucky turns bad is that he's emulating the children and is trying to make Andy happy. Like, sees Andy laughing at a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and all the kills, and that's what sets all of this off. I find that intriguing. Honestly, I find it a whole lot more intriguing than a serial killer possesses a doll. Like, this is coming from someone that loves the Child's Play series, but this is cooler. Like, it's just a cooler setup. I don't know. I liked damn near every aspect of this, and there's one thing going into it that I thought I was gonna dislike, and that's the kids that were essentially like added with Andy. When it was framed to me, it was just through like a news article where they were kind of making it seem like, oh, well, the studios were just doing this because of it, which that was my one really big like, that may really fuck this movie over, but it really, really doesn't. They don't do much of anything. The kids are just there as Andy's friends, and they're not in it much. They come in at the end, and it almost seems like, oh, it's going to be the kids teaming up. Nope, it ends up being Andy and his mom, like, just like the original film. In fact, like, Aubrey Plaza's character has much less to do than Catherine Hicks. I think it's Catherine Hicks. From the original. This one is almost entirely Andy, which I liked. I like seeing Andy go through the struggles, see his doll start doing things that he knows are fucked up. He can't like go to authorities about it because it's a doll that's doing these things, and it's a doll that has never had these safety issues. So that's just cool. I don't know. Trying to avoid the criticisms that were levied at this film before it even came out, because I actually already filmed this whole thing once, but I was a little concerned that it was too much just like going against people that didn't like it. The only reason I even did that was all of those people that didn't like it. It was them saying that before the movie came out. The worst thing I had seen about this film after it's released was, it was all right. Like, that was the worst. I wasn't seeing like all this stuff of like, oh my God, it was awful. It was the dumbest thing. But honestly, if you look at like different horror boards or like horror YouTube, you would almost come away with that impression. But it's not like that at all. This is one of those movies that I just ask that you look past the elitism that communities can sort of have when it comes to remakes, because this doesn't fall into any of those categories. I think that this will hopefully be appreciated down the road in a similar way that the Friday the 13th remake, which is essentially the most Friday the 13th film since the sixth one. People didn't like that at first, and people are finally starting to come around to it. And so I'm hoping that it's the same way with this. I guess the only thing that we can do is just wait and see how it plays out. I'm really looking forward to whatever this director does, because I really like the style of this film. The cinematography was great. It was very colorful, a lot of like neon lights, but then very dark. It was a very cool contrast, because you had that neon, then the darkness just added so much to it. And with a horror film, that's perfect. That's what you want. So essentially the last thing that I need to talk about is Mark Hamill's performance as Chucky. Now, I was kind of going in this expecting his Chucky to be almost like Joker light in terms of his Batman the Animated Series Joker, and it's not that at all. He's very soft-spoken. Until it gets into the third act, you can't really hear Mark Hamill's voice in it. There were times where I'm like, wait a minute, like especially when they have the first song that the buddy sings. Like, wait a minute, is that Hamill in the commercial? Like, it doesn't sound like him, but it is. He just did a really good job with changing his voice. Mark Hamill is an absolutely fantastic voiceover artist. Absolutely fantastic. Like, he's more than just the Joker and Luke Skywalker. Just the voices he's able to make are just incredible. I really fucking love his performance. It's good. The Chucky doll itself just looks cool. It's very clearly, I say very clearly, but this is just me assuming, because that's just what it appeared to be. It seemed like they did the Where the Wild Things Are style, where it's a full doll, but then they replace the face, which obviously when he's like moving around, that's likely just full CGI. I liked how seamless it was. There was times like if you look at the eyes, and that was my main indicator when I was like, oh, they didn't do animatronics on this. It was CGI. And it was just because of the eyes. The eyes just had almost like a life to them that you wouldn't have with animatronics. I don't know. I thought that was cool. One thing that I think that people won't really like notice, and this is so odd, but the sound mix for Chucky's voice. This kind of bugs me with some of the other Child's Play movies, is that Chucky's voice is a little too booming and sounds like he's doing voiceover work. And with this, it's like, no, it actually seems like it's in the scene. It's soft. It's not like overbearing. That's how I feel with this film overall on a technical level, where it's just everything it's doing for a purpose, and it never slaps you over the face with it. I really, really like that. I'm also starting to realize that I might have a thing for when fandoms like rally against a movie before it's released. It almost like makes me more open to it. And so when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, I really like this. I'm like, hopefully it's not just whatever's going on in my brain trying to convince me that this is good when it's really not. But no, I watched it again the next day, and yeah, it's great. Like, I never thought I would say it's great, but it is. I really loved it. I would probably put it in my top 3 like Chucky films. Sorry. I can officially say that I'm one of those people that's hoping that this gets a sequel. I'm not sure the specifics in terms of budget and how much it made, if that's even feasible, but I mean, you got one person that would, I can't say buy a ticket for it since I don't go to the fucking theater anymore, but I mean, you got one guy who's gonna buy a copy, so yeah. I think I hit all the points that I was wanting to. I'm pretty sure, but who knows? I'm sure I'll stop this and be like, oh fuck, I really wish that I had done that. But it's whatever. That's how these videos always go, because I don't prepare for shit. I'll be like, okay, these are the things I want to talk about, and then I just go on a fucking ramble. I mean, if you've been around the channel for a while, you probably already know that. Yeah, that's all. I don't have anything more to say. Actually, I have one more thing to say. So just a little tease for, I can't say it's going to be the next video because I already have a Resident Evil playthrough that it's probably going to be the next one, but the one after that, I'm just saying, I may or may not already have a copy of Annabelle Comes Home, so might have to be looking at that one. And I also put on a hold of the library for Curse of La Llorona, which I literally just remembered now. So I'm thinking that we're going to be getting into the rest of the Conjuring series, which, if you have not seen, I've already touched on all of the Conjuring series pre-Curse of La Llorona. So check that down in the, I'll put a link down below. Yeah, that's finally all. Hope that you guys enjoyed, and please go check out Child's Play 2019 because I fucking loved it. We'll see you in the next video. Hey friends, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and check out this video that YouTube thinks that you would like.